Welcome back, dear learners, from the ad break. Before we went for the ad break, we started off with trading stock surplus and we did some calculations. Now we're going to look at trading stock deficit. Let us look at it. We have already defined trading stock deficit, that this is when the physical stock count is less than the stock balance that is in the books. The trading stock account in the general ledger indicates the value of trading stock that should be available for selling. But a physical stock count is done at the end of the financial year to determine the value of stock that is then in the business. So we have business books and we have stock to the value of 27,000. Remember, this is in the business books. And we have a physical stock count, and on the physical stock count, we have stock to the value of 22,000. Now you have to be aware that here the stock in the business books is more now and the physical stock count is less. Therefore, it means we're going to have a trading stock deficit, and the deficit is 5,000. But how did we get to 5,000? We would say the 27,000, that is the stock in the books, minus the 22,000, that is the stock according to the physical stock taking. Therefore, we end up with a deficit of 5,000. What are the reasons for trading stock deficit? The first one, it is because of errors that would have been made during the year. It can also be due to theft when stock is being stolen in the business. This can also be caused by damaged or broken stock. Stock can also be destroyed. There's a number of ways in which stock can be destroyed in the business. And then it can also be errors that were made during stock taking. We would then record our trading stock deficit in the general journal. Let us see how we can do that. So we are given a pre-adjustment trial balance on 28 February. And we have trading stock of 300,000. So this is according to business records. According to business records, we have 300,000 worth of stock, according to the business records. But when we did a physical stock taking, we realized that we only have stock of 290,000. So if we compare the two, you realize that our physical stock is less than the stock on the records. So we therefore say 300,000 minus 290,000. This will give us 10,000. What it means is that we're having a trading stock deficit of 10,000. In the general journal, we therefore debit trading stock deficit with 10,000. You have to keep in mind that trading stock deficit therefore becomes an expense to the business. So we debit trading stock deficit and then we credit trading stock. Here is how we would record it in the general ledger. We have our trading stock account. Remember, it is an asset, so it's a plus, and here is a minus. So we have trading stock of 300,000. And then we are told that there is physical stock taking of 290. There is the 290. Then we look for the side with the highest amount, which is the debit side. So here's 300. You're going to have 300. And therefore, we end up with a trading stock deficit of 10,000. That same amount would then be recorded in a trading stock deficit account. Remember, this will therefore be an expense account. So we will debit it. So we'll come and say trading stock, 10,000. And this will be closed off to your profit and loss account. In the profit and loss account, you will see that we're going to debit it. We'll debit it with trading stock deficit, 10,000. Keep in mind that your trading stock deficit is an expense. Hence, we are debiting it in the profit and loss account. We will now look at the accounting equation. In the accounting equation, we will debit our trading stock deficit. We are debiting our trading stock deficit because it is an expense. Now, once you debit and expense, that means we come to our owner's equity and then we say minus 10,000 because expenses decrease our owner's equity. And then we will credit our trading stock account. We credit our trading stock account, and trading stock is an asset. Therefore, our assets will decrease. This transaction will not have an effect on liabilities. Hence, you see on your liabilities, it will be 0. Dear learners, we will go for an ad break. See you shortly.